Okay. Hello everybody. I think this link is working now. Um I don't know if anybody can send a hello or just type hi so that I know that you are here with me. Please just send me a hi so that I can know that you're here and you joined our live. Please send a hi or just send an alphabet or something. Let me know you're there. Okay, welcome Mr. Williamson Olubayo. Welcome Mr. Kenneth Aperua. Welcome again Sema Edidiong Mufat. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing any of your names correctly. I'm so sorry for how our life went yesterday. The network was faulty, so I was not able to come live. And then I know we are all busy, we have very busy schedules, and then we took out time to join our live, and then it did not hold. I'm sorry for how things went. Today, I'm going to be taking us on broiler processing. Broiler processing. Now, the thing that we need to know is that in the broiler business, welcome, we have new people. Welcome Inkiruka. Welcome Premier. Welcome Obika Kenneth. Welcome Ude Onyedika. Welcome Yakubu Juma. Okay, they said that the audio is very low. If it's getting better, please let me know. Let me know if I should shout. I don't know if the audio is any better. Welcome Julius Ate Kame. I'm so sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. I'm an Igbo girl and then I don't know how to pronounce so many tribes' names. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking to us on broiler processing. Now, the reason why I'm talking about broiler processing is because for me, processing is the most important part for broiler production. Like, in fact, I feel like if you just focus on broiler processing alone, you're going to be making money, you're going to be doing well. Now let me give you an instance. Let's say a bag of feed is 25,000 naira, and then you've trained your birds into life size, lifetime, and then they are about 6 weeks old. Your birds are about 6 weeks old, and then they are ready to be sold, but you're not getting market, because marketing is the most difficult part for a farmer. Anybody that has trained chickens already knows that marketing is the most difficult part for a farmer. So now let's say you've trained your birds. Okay, people are having issues hearing me. Oh god, I don't know if it's any better. If it's any better, please let me know. I'm so sorry about it. I'm so sorry about all our difficulties. Okay, I was saying that let's say you've trained your birds into life size, they are 8 weeks old, and then you're trying to sell them, you're not getting the market. You can't just keep them in your farm like that. You have to be feeding them. You have to be giving your birds food to eat. And each day that they eat, each day that they feed is money that you're spending. That's the reason why if you're into broiler processing or you have knowledge on broiler processing, you can be able to freeze them on the certain size that they are in. Let's say they are already 2.2 kg, or let's say 3 kg life weight. You can be able to kill them while they are still robust and fat. You'll be able to kill them and then store them, store it, and then start looking for market. That's the reason why I'm taking you on broiler processing. Broiler processing is a gold mine. So first of all, let's break this term small, step by step. What are broilers? Ask the question first. What are broilers? Now, broiler is a species of bird that is grown or raised particularly for meat production. That's all. The production time or the growth period for broilers are very short. Why? Is because they are raised solely for meat production. That is why broilers were raised. What is processing? Processing is the act of performing mechanically or chemical operations on something to change or preserve it. When you have granules and you know your granules will rotten, what do? You fry it and you turn it into paste. When you turn it into paste, you get peanut butter. You've processed it. You have either allowed it undergo mechanical or chemical changes to make it better and have a longer shelf life and have a longer lifespan. That's basically what processing is. So you see that processing is very important. In as much as production is important, processing is also important. We can't be buying live chicken one. You can't be selling your chicken live one. You will not make money. That's why processing is very important. So broiler processing is simply the act of performing some operations on your broilers or chickens to change it and preserve it. Simple. That is basically the meaning of broiler processing. It is a skill because until it is done perfectly well, it is a complete mess. Why do I say it's a skill? You know, they say experience is the best teacher. There are so many things you'll be doing, so many mistakes you'll be making. And then until you've experienced it yourself, before you now know that, okay, I'm not allowed to do this, I'm not allowed to do that. Let me give you an example. If you process your birds and you keep them outside, you don't put them in the fridge immediately, they are going to turn green. That's why I said it's a skill. You will keep on making mistakes, until you perfected it, and then you now know these are the do's, these are the don'ts. That is it. That is basically it. So you now have somebody like me that have made those mistakes. I now know things I'm not supposed to do. I know mistakes I'm not supposed to make. It's just like somebody that used to waybill perishable goods from the north. They know if I don't bring it in the night, heat is going to destroy. Something like tomato now, they have to bring it at night. Or maybe you're sending birds, something like broilers now, from far inside cage, live birds. You know the time of the day you are supposed to bring it because there's mortality. So that's basically how it is. You're making mistakes and you're perfecting it. You're making mistakes and you're applying changes just to make it perfect, just to reduce the amount of money that you're wasting. That is why I said it is a skill. If it's not done well, if it's not cleaned properly and frozen properly, your broiler will be worse off than when it was alive. There are steps, there are precautions you have to be taking in broiler processing. So you don't sell chickens to people and they are complaining of food poison. So the Ministry of Health will not come and hold you. There are steps you have to make. There are steps you have to take. There are things you have to do this before you do that. It's a gradual step. You have to take this step one after the other. Now, I know we might be asking ourselves, how will broiler processing increase my profit margin? Okay, now if I'm basically just a producer, if all I do is just to produce chicken and sell it off to people that buy already live term chicken, like fully grown chicken, how am I going to increase my profit margin if I start going into processing? Now, in the processing business, it involves certain things. When you understand these things and then you calculate it, there are some things will teach you how to calculate certain things. Then you will know, okay, I'm going to be earning so and so amount of money. Do you know that there are people that they just have processing plants? What do? They will have blast and cold room, and then farmers will come with their beds and they pay, I think it's about 300 naira per bed or 200 naira per bed, and then they'll process it for you, blast it, and you come and carry it as frozen chicken and you can take it to your fridge and keep it. There are people that's their business. So if you say, okay, now that's all I want to be doing, I just want to have a processing plant, you don't have to get into the stress of looking for, you don't know, okay, I have a processing plant. Just do the math. 300 beds, multiply it by, let's say somebody brings only 1,000. Person just brings 1,000 chicken. Calculate it and know how much you're going to be making. So you see that, okay, if you now start processing it yourself, your profit margin is going to increase. It's going to increase relatively high. Your profit margin is going to increase. So what are the things that are involved in broiler processing? The first step is slaughtering the chicken. When your chicken arrives in the processing plant, the first thing they will have to do is to slaughter the chicken. and slaughter it in a way that the blood will drain out. Some people don't like chicken that has blood in it, so you slaughter it in a way that the entire blood will drain out. The next step is dressing the chicken. Now, dressing the chicken involves knowing the right temperature you're supposed to dip your chicken. The right temperature the water should get to before you dip your chicken into that water, because if the temperature is too high, the chicken skin is going to peel or start cooking. So when you dip it inside that water, you bring it out, put it inside the defeathering machine, you defeather it. You remove the internal organs, the offals of the chicken. Then you have packaging the chicken into your designated cut. Some people sell chickens in cuts. Some people prefer to sell it in some people prefer to sell either cut for to people like Chicken Republic, or some people prefer to sell just fillet. Some people what they want to buy is just fillet. That's the bone chicken breast. Some people it's just chicken breast they want. Some people it's just chicken wings that they want. So you can also go into something like you're cutting it, you're selling this chicken in cut, or you're selling it in whole, depending on what your market is asking for. Then preserving it in your cold room or your blast. You first of all blast it for 24 hours, then you move it into your cold room. That way it can stay there for months. The chicken will stay there, and when they bring it out, it will still be fresh. Now, let's go and start talking about the things that if you remember earlier, I said how does broiler processing increase your profit margin. So I'm going to start telling you how. Number one, higher market value. Higher market value. What do I mean by that? You cannot compare the price of already processed chicken to the price of live chicken. The prices are very far apart. It, a farmer that is selling live chicken is going to be selling his chicken, that's when they've already been defeathered. Okay, let's say he's selling his chicken live weight at 4k per kg. That's the live weight with when the chicken still has his feather and all that. And you know the beautiful thing about processing? The beautiful thing about processing is that every part of a chicken is useful. Every part of chicken is useful. Let me shock you. When you've removed that chicken, some people buy kodo. That's just the head and the leg. Some people is kodo they will come and be buying from you. Some people they buy the intestine. They sell the intestine of chicken to people that are into rearing of fish. We sell our intestine. We also sell the feather. There are people that buy the feather. They clean the feather, wash the feather. They either give it to fish also, or they use it in pillow making. So every part of that chicken, there is no part of the chicken that is wasted at all. Every single part of the chicken is turning into revenue. So you can now see the amount of money that you'll be making. And another thing you should now know is that the price that you are selling that chicken live chicken, is not going to be the same price they are going to be selling it when it has been processed. The price margin is the price is relatively higher. And when I say higher, I mean nothing less than 4,000 naira, 5,000 naira more than the price of live chicken. Next thing is that bigger retailers are willing to buy at higher price than live chicken. Now, if I'm coming to come and buy chicken from you, I'm not going to come and be buying from you 500 live chicken to now go and start thinking about how I'm going to start processing it and blasting it. It's better for me to just go to a chicken that's already processed, already cleaned, and I'll just buy that chicken and I'll store it in my fridge. It's more cost effective for me. So you see that people are more inclined to buying already processed one. Technology, life, everything, we are trying to make life easier for us. So we are trying to answer the demand, answer the call people have. We are no longer in those days, 2009, and all that. We'll go to the market and we'll buy a live chicken and then they'll kill it in the market and dress it for us. We've passed that stage. I can't be going to the market every day to buy chicken. So you see, retailers are more willing. It's better for me to buy 10 cleaned chicken and store in my fridge. I know I have chicken for the entire month. It's better for me. So that's why I said it has a higher market value than live chicken. Secondly, value addition. See, you can sell multiple products If you're selling live chicken, you're selling live chicken, your market is restricted to live chicken. But when you go into processing, your market has now divulged. You can start selling to people that are into shawarma. Those people, they like to buy fillets, or pizza. Those people like to buy fillets. Or you can sell to people that they just want to eat. Maybe they have a baby at home and the baby cannot eat bone. Or okay, now some people, there are certain parts of the chicken that they don't like eating. Like personally, I don't like eating chicken that is very fleshy. I like parts like wings. So now if I'm in a household now, I have a household now that we don't like fleshy chicken. It's only wings I want to be buying. You can sell to somebody like that. That's why I said value addition. You can sell people that want to buy it cut four. You know, cut four is one whole chicken that they've cut into four. Like the one that they are selling in places like Chicken Republic, Kilimanjaro. So your market, you're having like a wider market. You're opening yourself to a wider market. Next is reduced mortality. Like I mentioned earlier, every day your birds stay in your farm, you know how many million you're spending on feed. Feed is now very expensive every day. And then there's still the risk of them dying. There's still the risk of them having stampede or whatever. There's still risks as long as those birds are still alive. So you're reducing the mortality rates. Another thing that people fail to understand is that when you're producing chicken in large quantity, like 10,000 broilers, 1,000 broilers, there's a certain age they will get to that they will start reducing in size. Their weight will start reducing. Let's say they got to 3.2 kg life weight. There's an age that they will get to when they're approaching 7 weeks, 8 weeks, they'll start depreciating because their lifespan is never that long. 6 weeks, broilers are supposed to be inside somebody's stomach already. So there's a certain age they will get to that their life rate will start reducing. So you've been feeding them, but you can't get more return. That's why I said reduced mortality. So holding slash processing reduces this loss on time. The moment your birds get to 5 weeks, as long as you fed them well, the moment your birds get to 5 weeks, you should be able to get back the money that you've put into these birds. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is broader market. I mentioned this thing when I was talking about value addition. You can sell to stores, modern stores. You can sell to restaurants, and then they can be sold to broader markets. I've mentioned this thing earlier, so I don't want to go back there and be repeating it and wasting everybody's time. Next is longer shelf life. A live chicken at most, live broiler at most, can just live 10 days, 10 weeks. I've never seen broiler that is more than 12 weeks. But then when you process them, they can stay in your cold room for up to 6 months. For up to 6 months, they can stay there. Their shelf life is longer. Longer shelf life. Next one is byproduct utilization. This thing can now go back to what I was mentioning to you about the feathers, about the intestine, and about the gizzard. Some people just buy gizzard. Some people, they just they'll ask you for like 10 kilos of gizzard. Some people, that's their market. So every part of a chicken is useful. Every single part is useful. Now, another thing is that branding and premium packaging. You see, customers prefer to buy meat that is traceable. What do I mean by traceable? We know the farm it was reared. Many people are scared of GMO. Many people are scared of foreign products. So when you have your farm, let's say you've named your farm Amarachi Farms. You've named your farm Amarachi Farms, and you've packaged it. You've made your own branded nylon, Amarachi Farms, and then you're creating content, and people know you're the one raising these birds. They know that you're the one that raised them. They know you're the one that fed them, and you're now cleaning it and packaging it. They'll be willing to pay for it. Everybody wants to live long, and chicken is white meat. Older people want to eat chicken more than beef and all those other things. So when they say, okay, this thing is traceable, they know there was no preservative added to the chicken, they will be feeling more confident buying it as you've packaged it. So even if you hike up the price, they will still be willing to pay for it. So that will be all on processing. This class was just basically an introductory class, and just to urge us, so many people want to start doing broiler production, but they don't know that the risks in it is high. You see, every business have risks, but the risks in broiler production is very, very high, especially mortality. I've not even spoken about the mortality from when they were day old. That first week, hmm, when when they just came in newly, and then heat, let's say the heat temperature is not right, or the temperature is too hot, temperature is too cold, they die very easily at that age. So the mortality at that for broiler production is high. You might spend money, you won't see the money coming out. But processing, even if you're not producing, you can have a processing factory and you just be paying people. And the funny thing is that some people come to process and they don't want some parts of the chicken, they don't want the intestine, they don't want the feather. So if you have markets for it, that intestine and feather is coming to you already for free. So I think we're going to stop this class here for now, for today. This class was basically just a makeup. We're not supposed to hold this class today. Just that I did not want everybody to be feeling bad because of what happened yesterday. So I'm going to stop this class here for now. I'm going to upload it, and then you can go on later and watch the video. And you can also do your own research. Education is always 40% the teacher's work and 60% your own work. So you do your own research. Confirm this thing this teacher is saying, is it true? Do your own research, confirm. Don't just be consuming knowledge. So we are going to stop here for now, and then next week Sunday we'll hold our next class. Have a blessed day.